Well, a very good morning, everybody, for Monday, the 2nd of November. Well, an interesting picture we've got, and potentially a record-breaking night that we have just had. Over the UK at the moment, still very Atlantic airflow, but if you look at the isobars and where they're coming from, the air mass has been, and the airflow has been coming from the Azores, and that's reflected with the temperatures overnight. I mean, temperatures of sort of 16 degrees in our areas. There's been 17s and 18s elsewhere in the country, and that is very unusual for November, especially at night. But it has been a windy night. I don't think the winds really dropped below about 40 knots gusts during the night. But thankfully, we are getting to a stage where that will abate a bit later. So that was synoptic at midnight last night. And with that, sort of cold fronts all around us and a cold front going through. If we look to midday today, that cold front will pass. It's probably just over the top of us now, or the occlusion just behind it, but will pass through and leave us with a windy but flyable bit of weather. Atlantic high pressure still dominates, and over the next couple of days, that high pressure starts to make its way in before Wednesday, where it looks rather nice. The winds, as I say, will be quite strong, and if I look at the surface pressure at the significant weather charts, which is not going to load, which is annoying. Let's do that again. Why the Met Office likes to log me out every time. Okay, we'll just go on to satellites for the moment. Yeah, so satellite picture at the moment, you can see the back end of that cold front just out to the west there. So we're just in this under this lump of cloud here. But we will also have the risk maybe of the isolated shower in the back end of this cold front. And if we look at the winds now, which should hopefully work. Winds still very strong. That's going to be the main factor for today. I imagine they're going to be about 35 to 40 knots at flying heights. So right on our limits, K21's only for sure. And look at that. I mean, 220, 145 knots at 24,000 feet. We are well and truly under the strongest part of the jet stream. So a day for very high winch launches and potentially going backwards if we're not very careful. So yes, a tricky one. Sort of public forecast shows gusts a little bit too strong at the moment to fly, but abating closer to lunchtime with generally about 20 gusting 30 during the middle of the day. Not really dropping much below that, but west-southwest, so at least we can operate on the main runway. Temperatures still fairly warm at the moment, so 12 to 13 degrees. We'll feel a little bit less warm in that wind, but dew points maybe a little bit more split than they were yesterday as that cold front passes. And at the moment at Lasham, that is the picture outside. We've got sort of isolated showers just coming through. We just had a big one that's gone through. Wet airfield, no doubt, and a bit of low-level cloud, but I'd say at the moment a little bit too gusty to fly, but lowering a bit later. And we've got a temperature of 12.5 and a dew point of 9 in a bit. Farnborough showing a little bit later. So the gusts all day, somewhere between 18 and 28. Showers and yeah, scattered at 2,500 feet. Might even be the off thermal, who knows. Airspace, usual Solent, Farnborough, Boscombe areas active, Fairford active all day. Nothing really much else other than that at the moment. And just operationally for today, I'm going to treat it at the moment as the grass is waterlogged. So looking at the airfield setup, we'll probably have the launch point around the intersection here. Left-hand circuits landing on the runway, right-hand circuits landing on the grass. I'll double check to make sure we haven't got any Navajos or anything. There may be some jet movements. I am aware there was an aircraft that tried to get in Friday that's at Bournemouth currently. So we'll have a look to see if there's any update on that. But yes, operationally 2-7 today, very windy indeed, runway operations. If I could just remind you, hands, face, space, especially in the clubhouse, please note they will not serve you at the counter unless you're wearing a face mask. I know a lot of you are waiting for more information. To an extent, as are we. Government is still producing a lot of the advice for aviation at the moment, but we will be with you very, very shortly indeed with what the plan is. Okay, if I don't see you on the airfield today, I'll see you over the next few days. An important thing to remember, as we're going to stress very, very much, we are seeing quite a lot of demand on the trading system because of the announcement from the government at the weekend. Please only attend Lasham if you have a slot, if you're planning to fly a Lasham gliding club aircraft. We will turn you away if you do not have a booking. We just cannot control the numbers if we don't do something like that, and we must make sure that we keep COVID compliant. Anything else threatens our ability to operate after whatever restrictions we are put into. So with that stark reminder, I'll leave you with the weather this morning, and I will see you maybe later in the week or later today. Bye for now.